everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's episode of our Friday Facts with your agent for the People team. As always, I am Jennifer Dorn.
I'm Malcolm Thomas.
And I'm Jeremiah Dorn.
And today we have a wonderful special guest with us, Mr. Scottie Wood.
Hello.
We'd like to thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Yes,
We were really blessed and privileged to just do a transaction with Mr. Scottie. Actually, this is not our first time. Scottie we were introduced a few years ago,
Right.
and we just clicked from the start.
Yes.
Yeah, and we did a deal. We worked together and kind of worked through. We'll let you tell your story. And Scottie was gracious enough to carve out a bit of his time to come in and share his experience. So we'll just take it from there.
So Scottie, tell us a little bit about your experience in this whole transaction.
It was very positive.
Yeah.
Very positive. You guys have a great team. Your leader is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time I felt comfortable. I
Mhm.
felt protected. I felt informed. And I really felt like I had someone that had my back.
That's important. That's important. It's very important.
Wow.
So, can I ask you a question,
Sure.
Scottie? Going through the real estate transaction, I mean, what are some of your expectations?
Money.
That's the bottom line right there.
No, I wanted to be smooth without a lot of hassle because I don't like hassle, and also I wanted to feel as though I was protected because I don't know everything about it. And so I wanted to be a positive experience, which it ended up being. It really did. It really did.
So would you say then, tell us a bit about, you said you wanted a positive experience, you didn't have a lot of experience. What was your initial, so your expectation was the money.
Yeah.
So just kind of walk us through it a bit, if you will. Just
Well-
kind of how did this whole thing, go from start to beginning and what your, the highs and lows, and, just how that whole thing.
Well, as you said, we had already met before. We clicked from the beginning, and you helped me rent my home.
My partner at the time.
Yes, in crime. Yeah, you helped me rent my home, and it was just a positive experience. You really covered all the bases. I remember when I first met you, you walked in with all these graphs and sheets, and I'm like, she hasn't even seen the home, and she's got all this information, and that was very comforting. And you made me feel comfortable. So when we fast forward now, as we had talked so many times, I thought I was going to end up selling it, and you said, well, when you're ready, let me know. And I did. And so that experience of starting with you was already positive. And then as we went through the process, it was kind of slow at first because we had to find buyers and get everything set up. I had to get the house ready, but you were very patient. And luckily, you introduced me to some people that helped me to get the house set up and get everything ready. So that was positive. And the whole thing was just me expecting a lot of you, and you came to the party prepared. You were definitely ready for everything. And I leaned on you a lot more probably than I thought I should, but I'm glad I did because the experience taught me it's okay to trust your realtor, especially if your realtor is worth trusting.
I appreciate that.
I really feel that. I really feel that. So the lows was probably just the waiting. And that's nothing that you could do, just trying to find a buyer. It's not that you weren't actively looking, that my God, you had every listing and every option is available to me to show my home and to get people to know my home was out there. It was just that time of the market. And you held my hand through that. And that meant a lot. It meant a lot. And you told me it would be all right, and it did turn out all right.
Well, that's good. That's good. So let me also say this. But we did get it done in under 30 days. Though.
Yes, we did.
We got it done in less.
It seemed
than
like 90, but it was.
It does. It's always when you're going through.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this. As a lot of folks know, my friends in social media world, I was away.
Right.
So tell me, because I'm like you. I mean, I wasn't part of this. So
Right.
when I left, how did that whole transaction, how did that whole experience with the team, because obviously I had to rely on these guys
Right.
tremendously.
Right.
And one of our other team member who's not present, two of them, who's not in front of the camera. Tell us about that.
Well, that at first it was a little scary because, as I said before, I leaned on you so much and I counted on you so much. And I know you told me they were going to be fine. You had full confidence in them, which made me confident, but there was still that more. I need Jennifer to make sure that this. But I found out that you're right. Your team is expert. They're on top of it. Jeremiah, I've just met you, but I've talked to him on the phone. Gabby. It was all Lisa. Not here. She was a great point, pivotal point of this. And it made me feel like they had me, and I knew that you were in the background watching. You're supposed to have been on vacation, but you was constantly in contact with me, which showed me also that's how deep you are committed to this process, and it's very important. But your team is excellent. I didn't make any call that there wasn't an answer. I didn't make any call that there wasn't a response.
That's great.
And they were very timely on their responses. It wasn't ever that I had to find somebody. I called this one, I called that one, nobody's called me back. I get 2 calls for the same question.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like a follow-up to the follow-up.
Right.
And that was really good. And they always let me know, hey, we got you, don't worry about this. And it wasn't just, people say things like that, but they proved that they did.
I appreciate that.
It meant a lot.
Speaking as, I guess the team lead, and I mean, we are all together because as I said, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. And honestly, I mean, that is cliche-ish, but it's true.
It's true.
And I have to say, I've known this, but going away across the country, these guys really held it down. I mean, every one of them. So I'm very pleased and grateful for that. And thank you so much for your time and for sharing that. And we are just so grateful for you, my friend. And also, I have to stop and jump out of the camera real quick. You guys may have seen my live yesterday. This is just part of it. This is what this wonderful friend of ours sent over to our team to thank us. So guys, as always, we really appreciate it. Can we stop, my uncle? Excuse me, you can go ahead and close this out.
So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and check us out and enjoy the Friday Facts. Happy holidays.
Thank you guys.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for
Happy
stopping by,
holidays.
Scottie.
My pleasure. Thank you.